All right, we're almost home on the 4 things that you might be able to fix and stay in your gunfight. So what have we done so far? Reloading an empty gun, click no bang, and how to fix it, and some of the whys as to why it happens. That's stovepipe or failure to eject. Now we're going to talk about a failure to extract, commonly known as a double feed. Okay? Now we can argue all day, is it actually a double feed? What about this? What caused it? Is it a problem with the firearm in that the extractor has an issue? Is it a problem with the ammunition where the rim around the case has either been broken off or has worn down? We see that quite frequently with people that reload ammo and use that same shell casing over and over again, just things that we see. Again, okay, I'm in a gunfight, gun is broken, all I want to do is fix it. Okay. Again, I'm going to assume that you would not bring a gun out of a holster looking like this. So this is going to happen during the firing process. We're going to be up on target and we're going to press the trigger. Okay. We might hear a little click or a mushy trigger. Just want to point out to people that for safety purposes, the thing that's in the chamber is a snap cap or dummy round. We don't want to use live ammunition for that. The one that's trying to go into the chamber is a live round for the purposes of this. So we get that mushy trigger or a little bit of a click. This is what I need you to pay attention to, because as you're standing behind the gun, okay, and you see this issue, it is very, very likely that your brain is going to interpret this as the slide being locked to the rear, and you're probably out of ammunition. And you know what? That's not a bad assumption, but why do we verify? When we actually had the slide locked to the rear earlier, we bring the gun in to verify that's the problem. That's what we're hoping for, okay? What we're gonna do here is we come up, we're gonna see this issue. We may try to press the trigger again. We may not. It doesn't matter. We're gonna bring that gun in and we're gonna realize I'm not looking at a magazine follower and I'm not looking at an empty chamber. I'm looking at a much bigger problem. So there's 2 ways to fix this. I'm going to show you both of them. The first way to fix this, okay, takes a little bit of time. We bring that gun in. This is a really good time to have that thought process going through your head. Can I leave this gunfight, or can I get behind something that is good cover or at least concealment to fix it? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have to come off the gun and actually lock the slide to the rear, okay? I am going to grab hold of the magazine. I'm going to pull it out. Big controversy, big controversy. Do I hang on to this magazine or not? Okay. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Okay. I prefer, I'm going to try to hang on to it. I think throwing a container with bullets in it that could work on the ground is not the best of ideas. So I'm going to hang on to it, to stick it under that armpit. Then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come over and I'm going to rack, rack, rack. Why do we rack it 3 times? I don't know. That's what I was taught in 1986, and I've been doing it ever since, okay? Some of you may have noticed that that dummy round, because it is just that, a dumb round, it actually fell out. If you notice that whatever was in the chamber fell out, then go back to work. What am I going to do now? I'm going to reinsert the magazine I had, or I'll go to my spare mag pouch, if it's still there, if I haven't used it yet, and I'll put that one in. Now what do I have? I have a gun with bullets in a magazine, but what do I need to do? I need to put one in the chamber, which I will, and we fix the problem, okay? So again, the way we do that, we'll do it one more time. We'll take our dummy round, put it in there, take our magazine, put it in. We're gonna pull back and let go. That slide is now not locked in place, okay? But it will look like it, quite possibly, as what? As a slide lock to the rear. So we come up, we try to press that trigger, nothing happens. Finger comes off trigger, we verify the problem. Lock the slide to the rear, pull the magazine out, rack, 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 get a magazine back in the gun, and we fixed it. We can do that pretty expeditiously, but it does take a decent amount of time, doesn't it? What else could we possibly do? Let's set that up again. Again, a dummy round. We're going to let that go forward to simulate our problem. Again, slide is not locked to the rear, even though it might look like it. Okay, come up on target. Okay, we have a problem of some sort. Finger comes off the trigger. We verify, it's that failure to extract / double feed. Gun is broken. Now, if I do not lock the slide to the rear, and if I have enough material on my magazine base plate, there's another way to do this. After I identify the problem, okay, I am going to mash down on that magazine release without locking the slide to the rear. I am going to pull on that magazine. I'm going to let the slide close. Notice the magazine hasn't even come all the way out of the magazine well. What if it does and it comes all the way out? Not a problem. Put it back in. Make sure that it's seated. So now we have a slide that is closed on whatever did not want to come out of that chamber. So it's probably a good idea to go ahead and see if we can get rid of that and get the next thing in the magazine, hopefully a good round, back into the chamber. So now that we've done that, we've pulled the mag out, put it back in, okay? I'm going to work the slide. Whatever was in the chamber has left, and we fixed the problem.